Unbiased, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We are live streaming here, of course, from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we do every weekday. I always encourage people to download that Fox 12 Oregon app. Great way to watch this show and everything else that we do, including all of our segments and conversations we get to have. Today, we're talking about June. It's right around the corner, and it is also Pride Month, and the Clinton Street Theater there in Southeast Portland is going to have a series of films celebrating that, including films from local filmmakers like our next guest right here, Thom Hilton. And Thom, thanks for joining us. Always great to have you here on the show just to talk about, what's going on in the world of film, and specifically, talking about this series that is coming up. Can you tell us about this, what Clinton Street's going to be doing here for Pride Month?
Yes, the Clinton Street Theater is doing a whole month-long series of Pride films this June, kicking off with an event that is all about me, shorts by me that I made, and then that evening they're going to be showing a really wonderful film called The People's Joker, which is like this really cool kind of illegally made trans experimental film exploring identity in media. And I mean, I could go on. There's so many incredible films that they're going to be showing. My Own Private Idaho, But I'm a Cheerleader, Mamma Mia 2. It's going to be a big gay party all month long.
That is a whole lot of things you just threw out there, including a lot of descriptors for whatever that movie is that first night. So just trying to unravel and unpack everything that you just said right there. But no, that's great. So this is going to be going on all month, and all these different films that are going to be going on. And I definitely want to get into your films specifically as well. They're going to be a part of this. But when you look at this, with Clinton Street doing this, how important is this to have something like this during the month of June, to have this celebration and all of these different films that are being shown?
I mean, it's very important. It's so great that they are making an effort, not just on Pride weekend, not just to show like The Birdcage, not just to show, one easy queer movie that everybody has seen, but they're really taking the time to show audience favorites, new films, old classics, interactive experiences, so that people can really broaden their taste and be introduced to all sorts of new queer cinema.
I think one thing I'm noticing here too, you mentioned their queer cinema at the end, but this seems to be a really diverse type, a big, huge diversity of different types of movies. From what you were describing there. I mean, Mamma Mia 2 and My Own Private Idaho, I don't know if I'd even put them in the same category, but then, that's all kind of fits under this giant guys, but I think that diversity is really something that's pretty impressive here.
Exactly. I mean, that's like what's so incredible about being LGBTQ and like being part of this community, is that you can have such completely dissonant things that are under this same umbrella and are like totally justified to be in the same month of programming together, because there's such a vast array of experiences and stories that are valid to be told.
And talking about those stories, let's talk about your films there. So you're going to be, I believe what you said it was on the first day, but if you can go through and let people know about what it is that you're going to be showing.
Yes. So on this Sunday, June 1st at 3 p.m., we are going to be showing my 4 short films that I made. The first one is called Synonymous With. It is about a gay horror host on a public access TV channel who has his show canceled after 10 years, and how he kind of deals with finding his identity through that. The second film is called One Drift and We All Go Home, and it's a documentary that I co-made with my father. It's about a commercial fishing camp in Kenai, Alaska, where dozens and dozens of workers lost nearly their entire year's income in just a couple of weeks. And it's also about my relationship with my father and how fishing like really helped bring us together when I was this young, precocious gay kid. There's also a really lovely romantic drama in there called You Look Pretty Up Here, which was filmed up in Rhododendron, Oregon. It's like a really kind of gentle, patient film set in a cabin. And then there's also Matinee Baby, which I've been on this show talking about before, which is this big body, raunchy romantic comedy that was made with the Portland Art Museum and filmed at the Clinton Street Theater, starring Portland's own kind of drag clown, multi-hyphenate superstar Carla Rossi. So even just like what you said, there's this really vast difference in the types of films that we're just going to be showing that afternoon, which I'm really excited about.
Wow, I mean, yeah, that is a huge range right there, and one, you know, being it sounds like probably very incredibly personal too, as far as the one with you and your dad,
Yeah.
and telling that story, and that's a big thing. You know, how when you talk about something that's extremely personal like that, like what was the feeling when you actually finally, even though you're the one, of course, creating it, but seeing it on screen and seeing that story told where other people are watching it?
I mean, that film was not originally going to have that element in it. It was just supposed to be about my dad's fishing career. And my producer at the time said, there's something missing here. And the thing that's missing is the reason why Thom wants to make this. And I said, you know, I don't know if this is it, but there's all of these videos from, you know, the late 90s and early 2000s of my dad taking me out fishing. Is this kind of the connecting tissue between, you know, my own interest in the film and kind of its reason for being? And it was. And so it's almost impossible for me to watch. Like I've seen it in a theater with my dad multiple times, and he cries, and it's really it's touching, but it's also just it's a lot.
I mean, I would imagine so. That's you know, I can only imagine that's a lot of emotions that are go into that. But I mean, I think that's great that you're sharing that and putting that out there too, you know, and putting that part of yourself out there, and for everybody else to go along with that, maybe think about their own relationships. And to that extent, you know, when we talk about this film festival, there's a huge diversity of films that are in it. But when people attend a festival like this, what would you like them to take away?
Oof. That's always such a difficult question for me when you're talking about art and film, because the most exciting part about interacting with a film is that whatever the intention of the filmmaker or even like the movie is, it's our job as an audience to take away whatever we want. And so what I hope is that people can go and see as many of these movies as possible and maybe love some, maybe hate some, laugh, cry, have long discussions with their friends at the bar across the street, and come away with new taste and new interest and the idea that they want to see something like that. If they've never seen My Own Private Idaho, that they say, whoa, I want to go watch all of Gus Van Sant's movies now. I think that's really the best.
Yeah, and celebrating that all of these filmmakers and different films that you go see there in a place like this, and you know, at the Clinton Street Theater, a fantastic venue there, historic venue there in Southeast Portland. We actually did a feature on that not too long ago. But yeah, and anything else that you think, you know, is really important, and you know, for your films as well, but just for this festival in general also.
I did want to mention there are a couple of interactive experiences in this month also. So my colleague Violet Hex, who is this incredible drag performer, is hosting 3 screenings of But I'm a Cheerleader, which is this really fun 90s kind of camp cult classic starring Natasha Lyonne. And she'll be doing drag performance alongside the movie. Those screenings sell out. Get your tickets in advance. And also, of course, at the end of June, I'm going to be hosting the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And the movie is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. You can go see it every Saturday, see it with me, see it with the cast. Just see it. Throw stuff, yell, have fun.
I'm sure you've probably hosted it before, have you?
Yeah, this will be my 73rd show that I'm hosting.
That's what I wanted to get at there. So this is something that, yeah, obviously, I mean, Clinton Street Theater and the Rocky Horror Picture Show is something that are synonymous, longest running theater, I believe, in the world is what they're pretty sure of for running it. But yeah, that many times. So that's an experience all on its own that people can go to, as you well know.
100%. It's amazing. And there's different experiences that you can have through that as well. You can go just watch the movie on its own, or you can go watch it with the cabaret, which is this experience where you get to see a whole cast of people interact with the movie and play games with you and sing and dance with you. It's really you can never see the Rocky Horror Picture Show too many times, I believe.
I mean, obviously, with hosting it that many times. So, well, Thom, for everybody out there who wants to follow along with your films, you know, and the work that you do in the production, what's the best place for them to go?
Come to this event. Buy your tickets online at cstpdx.com. I'll see you on June 1st at 3 p.m. to see my short films. And also, if you come to that event, you can learn about my next project, which is going to be filming here in Portland in October. I'd love to have everybody involved. You can follow me on Instagram at THOMJH. And of course, go follow the Clinton Street Theater so you can keep up to date with all of the amazing things that they program.
Awesome. Thom, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate having you on here and just learning more about this for everybody who's watching too. And as you mentioned, June 1st, this kicks off in a full month of films for people to go check out. Thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Thanks for having me, Greg.
And for everybody watching, again, this is Fox 12 Now. As I just mentioned, we live stream here at the Fox 12 Oregon Newsroom. We cover a wide range of topics. Earlier today, we were talking to Agility Robotics, which makes humanoid robots out of Oregon. Now we're talking about the Queer Pride Month queer film series that's going to be there at Clinton Street. So there's so many things, it's like already getting jumbled in my head, but there's lots of stuff, and that's why we encourage you to go watch these segments afterward on the Fox 12 Oregon app. Coming up later on today, we're going to be talking about a new music venue that's going to be going into Lloyd Center from Monkey Presents. So that's going to be happening. If there's breaking news, we have that as well. It's a lot here. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.